Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh save. Now we're quite far into the season now, around halfway I think. I think we are halfway actually, dead on. So that's pretty good. We've got West Ham today who are second in the league. We're up to 12th. Which is a very good position to be in. We've had a bit of a roller coaster so far in the season, like we have done every season, so it's nothing new for us there. But the last two games have been good. We have mixed things up again with tactics, and it has worked. We haven't conceded, and we've beaten Crystal Palace and Peterborough, two very different teams, so it seems to work against a couple of teams. We have recently played West Ham, lost 3-1 to them at home, and we've got them again today away, but this time it's on TV, so that's why we're bringing that to you today. But like as you can see, it's been up and down, up and down. Squad-wise, not much has changed. We've still got the same team that we kind of started the season with. A few players are wanting to go out on loan and that sort of thing. Penina has dropped back down to the reserves in the under-23s. So, but otherwise, it's not too bad. We are playing now a 4-4-1-1 formation. Vertical tiki-taka. I think we will go positive actually, but we've got a lot of suspensions, and that's kind of the issue we've had, and a few players who are a bit knackered, we could say. But what we'll do is we'll bring on Mole and O'Hara into centre-back. Arango's playing at left-back at the moment. He, to be fair, it played very well there in the last game, so I'm not too much rush to move him. He is better further forward, absolutely, but whilst he's there, if he can play there, great. That's all I'm saying. Larkin and Tyne will probably come on though. Tyne coming in at right back, and Larkin can slot in at right midfield. You got Ramsey just behind Morris, which will probably stay like that. Otherwise, we've got Ben Elliott, who could come on for Danny Rios, actually. We've got the FA Cup coming up. We've got Sheffield Wednesday, maybe? No, Bristol Rovers, completely different club. So we've got them to come up in the FA Cup, which you never know, we could win that one. But this is probably the side we'll start with. Sparks, every now and then, comes on and plays for us, and he just plays so well. So he's back in the side. He's in the starting 11 this time round after the win against Crystal Palace. A lovely 3-0 win. Jozanovic in the deep line playmaker role, a centre mid support role for Sparks, two wingers, an attacking midfielder, and a poacher in Alfie Morris. We did bring on Stutter in the latter stages to kind of hunt the ball down as a pressing forward. So that seemed to work. It kind of nullified any attempt they had on goal. Or attacking threat anyway. So let's jump into it. They're playing a 4-4-2 as well, so we will be matching them up. But I have to say, they have got a little bit of a better side than us on paper. But I believe in the boys. We've got a little bit more packed out in the midfield, with Ramsey being a little bit deeper. So that's obviously good. And if we get the win, we can go up above Fulham, which would be good. We'll be in 11th place. It would mean we'll continue that progression and getting better season on season. It's not fast. It's not a fast progression, but as the seasons go on, we might look to kind of shorten down the videos in number of videos in a season, just to make sure we get through the seasons and hopefully at some point manage to reach the promised land of the Premiership, and we can then have. My goal really is, I'm not very good at the game, so it will take me a bajillion years to get to any European league, especially with this team and the money we get. But generally, it will probably be just to try and become an established Premier League side. So I'd say 5 years in the Prem consecutively, I'd be happy with that. But we'll see. If it goes well, we might look to stay on and go further. But we've got to get there first. And hopefully we can start to do so. Tyne lays it back to Sparks, into Ramsey, back to Tyne again, he's shot and it's hit the post. What a strike on his left foot. He's got a great left foot and right foot. So, he can do that from that range. And Toby Amol has given away a free kick when they were on the break. But I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Especially considering what could have happened if he hadn't have made that challenge. But, off the post from Tyne. What a strike. 20 minutes in. And it's okay. It's not too bad at all. Half an hour gone and we're looking pretty even, to be fair. Granted, their possession is a lot more than us, but you've got to make possession count, and that's something that they haven't done as of yet, but they have got a move now that looks like it could be quite promising. O'Connell's got the ball at the back, plays it across to Mbeso, who is shifting. They're shifting it across quite nicely. He looks to get it across again, and it is played through to Soonsup Bell, who's running in on goal. And Moles looks like he's managed to get back and make the block, but it's fallen straight to Soonsup Bell again. I mean, that's a bit unfortunate and a bit annoying, really. Okonkwo's looked to make the dive initially. Great block by a Mole, only for it to fall straight back to Soonsup Bell, who just slots it into an open net. A real shame, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Why is Okonkwo just jumping up in the air? But there you go. It happens. Still looking okay. Not too bad. We'll have to see how things go and progress in the game. I mean, it's not going to be easy, of course, against the West Ham side, who literally their squad gets paid about 5 times as much as what our squad does. More than that, actually, I think. More like 7 or 8 times. But yeah, we're holding our own. We're doing okay. I do come and show you the hardest games. For some reason. Let's take a look then. Anything we can look to make happen. Christopher Larkin will take off. Mendy can come on at right midfield just to mix things up. See if that can make any difference for us going forward. We are having opportunities and having chances. It's just not as many and not as good as what theirs are. Mbeso just heads over the bar there. And we get a goal kick from it. But we've got to be wary. We've got to be cautious because we know they've got the threat to. Soonsup Bell's banged in the goals against us previously, and today he scored as well. We know he's a good player. We've seen him on Wonder Kid Watch as well. So, Conway, though, he has been played in. Can he cut it back? He does. Morris is there. There it is. 1-1. Fantastic stuff. We've managed to level things. David Conway getting played down the line. He cuts back, turns, plays Morris, and Morris just tucks it away with a lovely finish. Good stuff. Look at that. Ramsey inside, plays it back to Arango, who uses his right foot to then find Conway, who plays it across to Morris, who taps it into the right-hand corner for 1-1, just after half-time, which is great. They've obviously taken on board what we've said at half-time and are ready to go. What a great start to the second half. Maybe that change in Mendy has kind of inspired the team a little bit. Jozanovic is the only player now lower than a 6.5, so he's probably the guy that's lacking a little bit in midfield. We've got plenty of players who will come on, though, and play in that role, so he's better watch out because I think we will be making that change now. No point otherwise. Let's bring Ben Elliott on. He's been very solid for us over the years, so he can absolutely do it, roll in there, no problem at all. Mendy, having come on, is now our worst player on the pitch at the moment. Ramsey as well is looking a little jaded, so we might have to, again, look to swap him out. But, I mean, if we get a draw against West Ham, what a result this could be. It could really get us going. And, I mean, who says we can't get a win here? Mendy plays it out wide to Tyne, who looks for a ball over the top. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what that was. Awful ball, really. But they've won the header initially, and it's played in through to Scott. And he is 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can Okonkwo do anything about that? He can't. And Alex Scott tucks it away. Almos Ali getting the assist. I mean, they won the header too easily, and then defensively we were a bit all over the shop. Our midfielders weren't tracking the runs. You can see here it is Ben Elliott, I think, that hasn't tracked his runner, and it's led to Scott getting through on goal, tucking it away for 2-1. I was getting a little bit ahead of myself maybe with us hoping to get a point and maybe even 3. Especially after that awful pass by Tyne. But we've got 18 minutes. Let's mix it up again. Aaron Ramsey will come off, and we'll bring on Stefančić, who scored in the last game, coming on in the same position. So you never know. You might be able to do it again today. With the likes of Burnley below us, I mean, it's the fact that they brought Axel Mias off us, and he's playing in their under-23s, and he was our star player when he was with us. So it's that sort of thing where we're fighting with big teams. You just look at those teams there, and they are massive in comparison to us. It's it's a real challenge for us. But we have got another chance. 5 minutes to go. Tyne with the throw-in from the right-hand side. Finds Sparks. Back to Tyne again, who will look for a ball across. It gets deflected up. Arango wins the header, though. Morris turns on the spot. Can he cut it back? He does to Conway, who hits the post. He's not quite able to squeeze it in. And that is got to be a foul now. O'Hara's pushed him. That's going to be a sending off, isn't it? Oh, great. We've hit the post, and then we've had Mark O'Hara get sent off. Not the best 30 seconds, let's say. Especially considering we haven't really got anyone who can just sit in there and play in that position. But let's put a mole there, I guess, and we could just... we'll just put him on a fullback defend and Tyne at fullback defend. I mean, it doesn't matter really because we've already... There's no way we're going to get back in the game now, but that's a shame. That is a shame that he got sent off for a second yellow. A push in the back, which I don't think he needed to do. I mean, maybe he was worried about the pace that Soonsup had, but yeah, it's not looking good for us. There it is. No, it's not. He's tinked it over the bar. I got kind of a bit disheartened there, but we'll take that. That's fine. Yeah, it's been a good showing, though. I have to say, taking the positives again, as we always tend to try and do with this side, who we have to keep in perspective how little money we have in comparison to the rest of the sides. We probably got to the championship a bit too quickly, so it's going to take us longer to develop a side and be in with a chance of any sort of promotion. But like it continues to say, we're a youthful side. We've got young players that can develop. They are slowly getting older and older and starting to get more and more into their roles, especially in January when we've got a couple of players coming in. Carl Hudlin being one. You never know. He might be able to bang in a few goals for us, but it's more just for nostalgia and a bit of experience. But we will leave it there. We're taking on First next in Swansea, so that'll be interesting. You'll see how that goes in the upcoming episode. We'll probably come back after the January window now, a bit later on, not sure when, but we'll be back tomorrow or whenever this goes out, the next available one in the week, next working day, let's say, and I will catch you in the next one. So make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and of course, I'll see you then.